made it to Seaside, Oregon. 1,000 Trails here. And this is a pretty nice park. Nema and I were talking a little while ago about 1,000 Trails a little bit, and some of the parks we like or dislike. And anyway, let's see what she has to say. She's in here making lunch.
What you doing?
Well, I was just telling them about 1,000 Trails a little bit, and some of the likes and dislikes. And
oh, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we've stayed at 7 of them, but 3 of them on the coast here, most recently. So, and we will be leaving the Oregon coast here soon.
Yes. One more week.
we're in the fall and we're making winter plans.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're out of here.
We're out of here. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun stuff come up here. So anyway, what do you think about where we stayed here on the coast?
Well, I guess we can start with Florence because that was our first stop on the coast. And that park was, okay, so we're 43 feet. The trailer's 43 feet. So it seems like the parks are a little older and they don't accommodate big rigs like us, like what people are buying nowadays because people are going big. And so we it was hard to find spots for our rig at Florence.
Not just a spot, but at Florence had real limited sewer hookup too. And they had all electrical, but...
they had electrical and water, but there was very little sewer. I mean, we lucked out and got a sewer spot.
Yeah.
But it was very limited.
Yeah. Location-wise, it was great, though.
Oh,
great location.
Fantastic location.
And then we moved to Pacific City.
That's where the windstorm was.
We had the windstorm, and it was now.
Not their fault, but.
I will not be saying go back to Pacific City. Just way overgrown with brush and difficult to get in and out of, and there's some real twisty little hills and different things to get in and out of there.
It's not big rig friendly at all.
Not big rig friendly. There are some spots, and then the sewer dumps stink.
Well, we were right next.
We were 20 yards away, and they just stink. Yeah. So, anyway, friendly staff, but they need to do some serious shrub removal. They really, there's room at Florence and Pacific City. They just need to get in there and really remove some vegetation, and it's just
it's taken over.
It's overgrown. So
we just need to do some yard maintenance.
Yeah, that brings us to
Seaside.
Yeah, which is an awesome location. We can walk 1.5 miles and we're downtown. We don't even need to drive. I think the beach is, I know it's less than 2 miles. And matter of fact, when it's quiet in the middle of the night, you lay there, you can hear the ocean, depending on which way the wind's blowing.
We were laying there the other night, and it's the first time it's been quiet because it's been raining for a week. And I'm like, what is that noise? Is that a train? And Jeff's like, there's no train around here. No. It's the ocean. I'm like, no way can we hear the ocean. But it's the ocean. It's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. And I will say this is our favorite of the 3 coastal ones we stayed on here. Yeah, it's just much more wide open, a lot more sun coming through, and the roads. The other 2 had some kind of sketchy roads, like part gravel and part asphalt that was all tore up, and this one here is asphalted in, and then they're gravel roads through the park, but they're
wide though.
They're wide and well maintained, and
we had no problems getting in here at all.
Yeah. Okay, overall though, 1,000 Trails has been a pretty good investment. I'm not going to say it hasn't.
We bought a
elite
package. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, we bought it used. So it's an older one.
Yeah.
But it's got lots of.
We have a lot of benefits
that come with it. So. Yeah. And eventually we will be getting out of these parks more and more. But right now, the way we're traveling, it's actually been really good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, with COVID, we can't really do a whole lot, so we might as well just.
Yeah. We're still finding things we want to see and do, or partially open, or shut down, or.
Yeah.
So, hopefully that...
Which is kind of a bummer, but we'll be back and do those things when they're open, so, yeah.
So right now we are headed to... We're going to be headed next week up to Washington. We're going to be doing a bunch of RV maintenance on our rig, and then also her dad's rig, and we'll probably shoot a little of that, and... You know, we're not going to be an RV maintenance show.
No.
But, you know what, just to help people out with, you know, what we do and...
a couple little things.
Yeah, and what to look for on some different things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
That's what we're going to do. And then we're headed south.
And we're headed south. We've got plans to travel down to California, LA, and then from there, we'll let you know when we get there. We know where we're going, but we don't want to let you know all at once.
Yeah. Gotta have a surprise.
Yes. Exploring today, and we came to Fort Stevens, which is in Oregon State, right on the mouth of the Columbia River. And behind us here you can see there's a shipwreck, and Nema's going to tell you all about that. So
it is the Peter Iredell ship that came ashore on October 25th, 1906. He gave his crew a bonus if they could get to port 5 days early, and that is what happened.
Yeah.
They ran ashore in a storm and they didn't make it to port.
Well, so. Depends on what port. I think they should have got their bonus. They made it.
They made it to land, yeah.
Alright, well, we're gonna explore Fort Stevens, and it looks like an amazing place. There's bunkers and all kinds of looks like things to explore, and we're gonna take you along, so
Let's go do it.
Keep the sound that saved a wretch like me.
So we just stumbled across, well, we heard some music coming from in the building over here. And so we went over to kind of check it out. We thought somebody had a speaker going inside one of these. And we stumbled across these three girls in there singing Amazing Grace, and it was just beautiful.
They did an amazing job. It almost brought tears to my eyes. It was, yeah.
So,
and I think they're from like Germany or something. So yeah, they were a little shy. It was sweet. It was
very sweet.
Perfect.
So
it was kind of perfect for where we're at. Battery Russell, and it had 2 cannon rifles it took 35 men to man each one, so that's 70 men just to man the rifle cannons.
One rifle cannon, yeah.
And they shot off one rifle
every
or
minute.
bullet
They were
or whatever
capable.
cannon. It was 617 pounds, and it shot out 8 miles every minute.
Yeah, so 2 of those going every 30 seconds. You can get one off. And they only had to defend the shore kind of once. They had a submarine pop up and shoot off some rounds, and they apparently shot back, and that's all we know at this point. But
yeah, there was no injuries at all during that attack, and they're not sure what that attack was all about. So
yeah,
and this Battery Russell was here from 1904 to 1944, and in the 1930s the Oregon Coast Guard would use it as a training facility. So
yeah, so far Fort Stevens is not a disappointment, and we have quite a bit more to explore.
Yeah, we haven't even got to the main fort yet.
Problem is, we're here during COVID. This place could really use a tour, and the museum is closed.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer. But
so we're gonna just kind of
do our own little self-guided tour.
We got a few pamphlets and this and that, and maybe when we get back, if we have more questions, we'll Google some stuff. And but this place is really, really cool. It just gives you just this feeling of how they built this place and defended our land. So
yeah,
very
it gave
cool.
me a pit in my stomach. So it was. I mean, it's cool to see things like that. So I mean, it's part of our history. So it made us who we are. So yeah, I love that stuff.
Let's continue on, and we'll see what else we got out here.
Let's go.
All right. What you got going on up there?
Well, I see the Columbia River. That's what I got going on up here. The Columbia River. Been touring around Fort Stevens, and it was named after a Major General Isaac Stevens that died in 1862 in battle. And they started building Fort Stevens in 1863 and finished it in 1865, and then it got decommissioned in 1947. So that's a long time that it was in action here.
And they have all kinds of remnants and different guns and different things just through the period of time. And anyway, it's a major must come check it out.
Yes.
I mean, it's just a huge facility, and camping on site, bike paths to all these locations, hiking paths,
bike paths,
hiking paths, hike paths. There's a lake there you can take your kayak out on, and a hiking trail around that, and they take the bike paths go right out to the jetty. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. You could spend you could spend a week here, I bet, just if you had a bike and just exploring everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
I highly recommend it. A lot of the stuff is breaking down, I guess.
Yeah.
And so
some of it is getting closed off.
Yeah, they're getting closed off, and so it's not going to be it's going to be a short time before like probably the whole thing is shut down, which is unfortunate. But it was awesome to see it. I highly recommend if you're in the area to come. Parking was $5. Obviously, the visitor center was closed and the museum was closed because we're in COVID. So, but parking was $5, and you just did a self-guided tour basically.
Yep, it's a must-do. I think if you're out RVing and you're traveling, this is one of the places you have to stop.
Yeah.
So
Fort Stevens State Park.
All right. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.